my angel will reaction. Say, what the supporters are reading. Because about supporters not from about the appointment of technical director, bands or about chief scout, a movement team, for instance, Mesitego and a Bedano. What do you make of this first batch of announcement, Abba, for your club?
We think it's in the right direction, even though perhaps it be anke bantem kakra anke, but it's better late than ever. Because looking at position you play last season, you know, now any impressive. So as a matter of urgency, you know, nanke ye per se your technical team assembled on time to start preseason in term. Senebeya team no able to me IRCC in term for the new season. But looking at the board, that's why you know your mom abasu say na you expect to say on my technical director, the technical team or those that the players are going to work with, and omenya the above for the names that are involved, no. For now, no omenya start juma, and you know, very much unfair. Say you beat me, I can't. The beat me, and I do to me. Me per se, cry me young and go through the statistics of coach, you know, and a technical director, no. As for coach Jerry Asari, the Union Inimuno, Wabi Juma or a club no more pair. Or a national team. I think or a national team coach also with one of the junior teams was also a coachy good stars recently. And I mean say also a coach's instructor. Pram. So with the goalkeepers coach, Inim say he's been in the system for quite some time, but technical director no, and Afina Ibia Yebehe Yobitmi Ababe, let me assess appropriately. It's I think the supporters no, the Mima Meti any dear Midini one dear, the Brinania at least finally technical director and a technical team, even though say substantive coach, you know, Omunya, you know, a better board management at also more managing tentem na team no intiminya CC in them for the new season.
Very well. Okay, first of all, say we answer. What I say, coach, no more parent, and I'm more specification beyond I'm pay local and foreign.
Oh, any beyond any preference, and even within the supporters leaders, you know, Okase Ubia and Canadi in terms of coach Ayepa. We beka se me Bruni for these reasons. We beka se me Penny Patuntum for these reasons. Even though there are times we all come together and decide, say a pesa coach, ye Patuntum and Nipa Bruni. As it stands now, no, me personally, dear, when it comes to first team coach, dear, me bibinisi abrofo. The reasons basically, no, because of your history as a club. You knew Bruni Bianyamfa, and we need a lot of, you know, and I to me achieve a lot as compared to the black coaches. Apart from that, so the black coaches, they are no more in terrain, you're much comfortable working with the supporters and also your venues, you know. But Bruni or no bar venue be or pitch no crying yet. Ono de why na dream say star we no bebo no eno no bebo na echi na akoji go but bibini de at least onim say sa avenue we no pitch ni nye good until onim how we prepare players, you know, and the kind of formation our players in the ball to suit our game plan. Inti ubisa me personally obi enim inti enya de am de be see omo be me nyina nim say na me prefer a very good local coach or black coach as compared to Bruni. Okay. So for now, no, technical director Naba, as to say the first team coach in the Nipatuntumana answer Bruni, no, we are still talking and finding out from our leaders.
Now, Thursday, for instance, when a house folk management and a board is sharing, what is the outcome of a Yamukumudi?
Medasi, I think so. For some time now, no, and secret to many of you. When say the relationship between the club and I said the gap between the club and the supporters is very wide. And as a matter of fact, you know, leadership, we've been trying through all means, say, between a bridge gap, no, at least in the interest or in the bigger interest of the club and not any personality. So currently, no, OSHA bylaws are to me regulated the affairs of the NCC. It states clearly, say, whenever there are internal issues or factions, the NCC would have to consult the Council of Patrons to come and then deliberate on issues and find a lasting solution to our problems. That is what our bylaw states. And based on the bylaws, NCC after the leak, Dr. Nyawo Tamakulu residence, and then common in terms of how we can bridge the gap in the interest of the club. And the entire call Dr. Awani say currently as we speak, the most active patron and also serving on the board. The other patrons like Madam Anna Enim, any CK do no former IGP, Omunina is here and I said, Omu agent into my Mrekakra. But Dr. Nyauta Maklu is still serving on the board and very active. So we felt it necessary, say we should go to him. And Yako Yenosono or G Yakama. Our deliberations start here. And as part of consultative meetings to bridge the gap and to find lasting solution in the interest of the club, board honorable Odote and our supporters is Sumena Mekujina Manemu and our management is a rep MIA meeting to find out some of the concerns and how we can bridge the gap. So there are more meetings to take place, and that is what I can say for now.
And my apology letter to the board, out of that meeting, apology letter in Bayana.
As part of deliberations, one of the board members expressed the need. I mean, one of the board members, but one of the let me say, our active patron expressed the need because I remember in one of the meetings, issues of say our board chairman was not happy with your demonstration. Any press will be a year, some 3 years ago, and the reality is that yes, anytime we've met in a public function or so, you could see from gestures say still an womb. So there was the need say akwala ni papa nyantokwa sa akwala na se mu si den a akwala no ontumi hwe ma ni papa mpa na cho ba akwala na bepa ni papa cho. And so with the best of intentions, we also thought to say sorry, whether you are right or wrong, is not a sign of weakness. And also it is in the greater interest of our dear club so that you bit me move on with the kind of unity we want, especially last season, your position could die on the league table. One of the reasons obvious. There is no unity, there is no cohesion between supporters and the board and management. So the best of intentions, any apology, at least one would just say sorry to other one for bygones to be bygones. Mati said it was published. I must express my disappointment. I must be very honest with you because I thought we had started something internally which was yielding good and positive results. And I don't know the intention. I am a club not to publish here, but I think I can't
Sporting Club Limited PLC. We letter has come press release. NCC apologizes to Hearts board for their negative conduct. First paragraph: the leadership of the National Supporters Union of Accra Folk, the National Chapters Committee, has rendered an unqualified apology to the board of directors of the club for their wrongful acts and unprofessional behavior. Chairman, more professional behavior, demonstration in the unprofessional.
You see, like I just said earlier, if you ask me, I wish the club wouldn't have published this. But I don't want to, because of the unity talks now, like I said, I feel I don't know the motive until it is explained to us. We don't know the motive. But if you ask me personally, I think this release will cause more division than the unity that we've been seeking to achieve. We did the apology on principle and based on mutual respect And that was why even NCC, there were social media handles. We have our Twitter page, we have our social media. We didn't post it, we didn't make it public. In fact, we didn't even post it on our platform for mistakenly for it to circulate. The intentions are obvious, and the intentions are just for unity and for the way forward and the bigger picture that we're looking at. The intention was not what we are seeing today. So nobody will wish to be in my position today, because as it speaks now, it has divided our front again. I'm receiving calls from section of supporters who are not happy with it, and I'm receiving calls from section of supporters who are happy with it.
Point in the directly, I'll say, and quote, "We deeply regret not addressing these matters through the appropriate channels by requesting for a meeting with the board, but instead we allowed our emotions to dictate our actions, which was a grave mistake on our part, and eventually led to the resignation of our NCC chairman from the board. We acknowledge we should have approached the board with our concerns and grievances, seeking a constructive and respectful dialogue," unquote. Where the who say the way you know, man, you know, emotions, and I'm the demonstration, press conferences, releases, I'm resigning from the board. Emotions.
To be honest with you, football is about emotions. You have followed football as a football fan. It's about emotions. We must agree to that. Now, assume say we are happy FM. Now we penny for any problem. Maybe the first resort would be to what? To engage the man. Yes, that would have been the first. So our club, we have structures. Our structures are that there is the council of patrons, there is the board, there is management, there is NCC, and in that order. So whenever there are issues, ideally we should have what? Sat down to judge, or if there are no solutions, then we go ahead and do whatever we want to do. But we also have to do it because at that time, we felt in our club no air quality. So basically it was about emotions. Not only because we were intent to jeopardize somebody or to cause problem in the club. No. And we all agree that football is about emotions. And now, we can see Manchester United supporters. And now, you see them react. No, mukra placards. It's about emotions. And that is why I stated clearly, say, the intent was very good. The intent was positive. That means the intent of writing the letter was positive. Was at least to get everybody united. Was at least to start the league in unison, as a united front. The intent was not for us to come and be discussing these things in the public domain. I don't see the motive behind it. But anyway, so but I feel very much uncomfortable because I felt say and behind the scenes gradually was the best way. And even if there should be a press release, it could have been a press release calling on all of us. NCC, any board NCC akase they apologize, but in the greater interest of the club, then there should be a message that will appeal to everybody. But it's difficult for me to say because honestly, we all want to move our club in the right direction. And moving forward, we all want our club to be united.
But do you feel betrayed by this action from the management and the board? Do you feel betrayed?
But just saying.
Do you feel betrayed by the actions of the board and the management?
I can't talk for all the NCC people, but I personally feel very disappointed. I personally feel because we've held meetings. I have supporters. I'm in Kwame Timu. I didn't say Adena and Kaminfu Bimra to witness the meeting because I trust the process. So imagine if there is a meeting, do you think we will trust the process and believe I feel disappointed. I feel very, very much disappointed, and I'm not happy this morning because I thought behind the scenes, was the best. Nanka, issue one press release, or the board will issue a press release calling for unity, then we move. So, dear, I can't talk for everybody, but I feel very disappointed because the intentions were so good. The intention was not to achieve any personal way no. I personally, I'm not looking for any glory. I'm not looking for any reward. No. We did it in the greater interest of all the supporters and all of us who are available. I called Dr. Nyawuta Maklufi, when it came up, say our chairman was still hurt and we had to apologize. I called them. You can call Kobe Jones right now and ask him if I'm lying. I placed a call to everybody. My friend Kobe, my friend Mamaga, you see, this is what is happening now. Should we go ahead? They said, you see, everybody has that positive intention. I remember when I called Kobe said, chairman, he said, club bigger, it's bigger. So I am not comfortable discussing it on radio today. But all the same, let's still respect each other's opinion and views and move forward.
But these events are more, for which I'm more part of, happened 3 years ago. Is it not strange that it is still, being discussed today? That for that matter, more part of?
Exactly the reason why we feel it shouldn't have been published. Because, and they said, Bibian and Quebec on radio, and they said, it won't order well because there were discussions internally. If I want to put it out there, it will not be in the greater interest of the club. So that is why I am saying, say, personally, I would have preferred, say, and can you say we put it out there? Because there were sequences. I am apology no call. And you say, sorry, I'm a true apology. We didn't do that. We didn't just wake up one day and decide to say, ACC didn't meet one day to say we are writing an apology. No. We were talking, and there was a need to say, oh, OBC still or Yawo, and I said, Kwabna CC. And Mamin can't some being true, Minia, only we will fee, Nase, we see why an idea 3 years ago, not still any Yana Panatra, or you about the Twabontin.
Debbie.
I'm from the Twabontin, and I'm a boy.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we and America said the intention, I don't know, because the intention was so good. The intention was to see all of us united. The intention was to see the way forward. The intention was not for us to be discussed. And now we are discussing our new technical directorate, the NCC, and the board is looking at how we can organize our supporters for the new season. But now we should be discussing which the players, how we are going to look at their welfare. This is what we should be discussing on radio today. But these things that we're doing internally, now anka air cost and to be honest with you, I jeopardize it because most of my members are not happy. And I can see their comments on our platform. And as a leader, I feel so sad because it's not what we intended to do, honestly.
Okay. That's say, every time they say we will keep an eye on this development. The BCBR, no, better about how when I pay that's
moving forward.
You can say how some doors or kibidi come be phone ya titi.
Ayo, see, and I mean, me were office, and I mean, me feel quani, Krumu wants more fan chami. Yami Adoma, Echinami with duty, so if there is more time, I can to the studio.